Coverage you can count on continues with Glenn Marini's Sports Report.
From the Mad Anthonys to the Zollner Pistons, Fort Wayne has a long and proud history when it comes to the world of sports. Nobody knows that better than the News Sentinel's Blake Sebring, whose latest book traces that tradition.
Hearing all the stories from Bud Gallmeyer and Jim Costin and Steve Warden and my dad, just a million things that have happened in Fort Wayne, which are really remarkable.
A labor of love for the News Sentinel's Blake Sebring has gone from pet project to paperback. The recently published book, Fort Wayne Sports History, chronicles the Summit City's major sporting events for all 365 days of the year.
Well, the first step was trying to see if I had something for every date, because it's a calendar, January 1st, December 31st. And I was giving myself a year to fill every date, and it took less than 2 months. I was shocked. I was just blown away that it fit that well.
All in all, it took Blake 3 years to get the book into print, and he unearthed Fort Wayne's sports nuggets along the way.
I found George Mikan and the NBA All-Stars taking on the Globetrotters at Zollner Stadium in a September basketball game. Imagine what that would draw today. The NBA All-Star game in 1953 was the first one to have African-American players in it. It was the first televised, nationwide televised basketball game. There's all kinds of things like that.
As you might expect, it took a lot of work to fill 436 pages, but Blake says it was well worth the effort.
Every time I'd get bored or think, oh, I'm tired of this, I'm burned out, I'd find something amazing, like Jesse Owens racing a horse here, or Jim Thorpe playing baseball here, or Grover Cleveland Alexander pitching for the House of David team. That would just get me fired up again and keep going.
Pretty cool stuff. The book is available at a handful of locations here in Fort Wayne. You can also order from 2 websites. For that information, check our story on the Wayne.com sports page.